Hi guys, it's Felicia White with Sampson Properties.
And I'm Billy Saunders with Caliber Home Loans.
Hey, we're here today to talk to you guys about some do's and don'ts when you're in the home buying process.
Yeah, unfortunately, Felicia, you're right. We see a lot of people that make some pretty fatal mistakes in the process that ultimately can affect their mortgage loan approval and their ability to gain financing. So, Felicia, tell us about the first one.
The first one is don't wait until the last minute to get pre-approved. If you're thinking of buying a home, you need to get that pre-approval letter first. I'm going to send you to one of my lenders. Billy Saunders is one of them that I work with a lot and I trust, and tell them why it's not a good.
Unfortunately, what we see happen a lot of times is buyers don't want to get their credit run. They think it's going to hurt them to have their credit run by a mortgage lender. They don't want to go through the whole process of gathering a whole bunch of documents and getting out on the market and looking at until they're ready to go see a house that they like. And unfortunately, what that does, we all know, in this market, you've got to move quick. And the best way to be prepared to move fast is to have everything ready ahead of time. So it's very important to not wait until the last minute to start the pre-approval process. Start moving forward with that immediately so that when that dream home does show up on the market, you as a buyer, you're ready to move on it quickly.
And I want to say one other thing. I don't take buyers out without a pre-approval because they're just going to get frustrated. They're going to find a home they love, and we don't even know if they can buy it yet. And the seller's not waiting for them to get pre-approved, so you need to be ready to hit the ground running.
And most importantly, you're going to find that a lot of listing agents will not even allow you to schedule an appointment to go visit a house unless you can show them that you have a pre-approval. So again, you want to make sure that you get that pre-approval process started quickly, okay? Something else to add, don't change jobs when you're going through this process without talking to me as your mortgage lender. You always want to make sure. A lot of people think that it's because they got a new job or a better job, they're making more money, that it's not going to have an impact on their approval. So there are things that could impact the approval process. So you want to make sure that you're discussing any potential job changes with me ahead of time before you make that decision.
Makes sense. So the other thing is, don't assume that foregoing a buyer's agent is going to save you dollars. You always want to be represented. A buyer's agent is going to represent you. So talk to me first about the process, what I can do for you, and we'll take it from there. But you always want to be represented.
Yeah, that's really good advice. We hear that one a lot also. Something else that we run into frequently is people get so excited about the home buying process that they start looking to buy furniture. They start making investments using their credit to furnish their new homes. Sometimes we even run into situations where people will go out and buy a brand new car during the process, and for some reason they don't think that can be a problem. So it's always important to make sure that before you go buy anything with credit, whether it's new furniture for your new house or maybe you're buying a new car for whatever reason for your new garage, you want to make sure that you're talking about these big decisions with your loan officer, myself, before you actually put pen to paper and actually take out that new loan and create that new financing liability.
Another thing is, do not assume that foreclosures are the best deals. They can be, but we still need to talk through that process and look at the deal itself. But right now in this market, there aren't a lot of foreclosures anyway.
Yeah, they're very few and far between right now. Another thing that I want to share is make sure if you're buying a house that you're not going to use cash to pay off any debts without speaking to me about that first. That's really important because we see this happen frequently. We have a process in our industry that requires us to source and season any type of money that's being used to pay off debt. And if you're using cash, there's no way for us to know where it came from. We want to make sure as an industry standard that an uninterested party that might be involved in the transaction isn't aiding or helping you through your financing. So that's a big one. So sometimes if you use cash, it can't be utilized in the transaction at all. So it's important that you talk to your loan officer before you make that mistake as well.
And those are some helpful tips that we have for you guys today. There are a lot of other things that we can discuss. I'm hoping to get back with Billy shortly at another time, and we'll talk about another topic that is helpful to you as the consumer. You're always free to send me a text or email about your questions.
What's your phone number, Felicia?
Oh, always can get me at 301-535-7639 or fwykinswhite@gmail.com. And remember, it's always bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.